Alright, what's up everyone? Just going to cover my thoughts here on BTC. Everything is looking pretty clear to me. I've got a clear game plan and a clear invalidation. So at the moment, I think I'm leaning into longs. However, I'll go over my invalidation and what I'll be looking for to cut my bullish bias. For those that don't know the strategy, essentially the entire model is just marking out areas of liquidity, waiting for those areas of liquidity to be swept. Once they have been swept, then looking for a break in structure. And essentially all that is doing is telling me where buyers or sellers are stepping into the market. So we've taken out these lows right here. All I'm going to do now is mark out the obvious swings that were responsible for taking out these lows. So on the weekly, this would be the most prominent high, but then we also have this high here and we have this high here. Since this breakout until late last week, we didn't actually get a clean retest of these levels. But now that we have started to retest, what I can now do is look for accumulation on the lower time frame. So that's sweeps of key lows followed by breaks in structure. So you can see we took out these key daily lows here and we got a close above the high lows responsible for taking those lows. Additionally, on the lower time frames, which I'll show you in just a sec, we also got the former key swing reversal pattern. If you don't know what that is, you can check out my YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of tutorials on there for this pattern. You can see we took out these equal lows. This high here was the high that was responsible for taking those lows. The game plan is really quite simple. What I'll be waiting for over the next couple of days, maybe wait for Tuesday for the US banks to reopen. But if we get a retest of this level, if we get accumulation on the lower time frame, so that would just be a low forming, okay, a sweep of that low and then breaking up above the high that swept that low. If we get something like that around this zone, then longs are quite easy. We have these equal highs here and then we have this untested distribution here. So if we come down, we get the accumulation targeting these highs. If we don't get any distribution at these highs, then looking to hold that long, possibly even take out this high. Okay, so game plan is really quite simple, looking at this level for a reaction. Additionally, like I said, we did get the key swing reversal pattern. You can see we have an area of liquidity below these equal lows, assuming that resting orders would be sitting below there. We come below them and then we start to see the beginning stages of accumulation. So we get that sweep here, we break above the most obvious high that was responsible for taking that low, and then we get the same pattern forming again. So we get another sweep here followed by another break in structure. Now we have two levels that I'll be looking at to get long. We have this level right here and then this level right here. Just like this level, waiting for a reaction once we reach down into there, probably like I said on Tuesday or Wednesday. If we get that reaction, getting long into this high and then possibly even all the way up here as well. Now let's say I'm wrong and this move up that we saw on Friday and over the weekend is really just to run out liquidity. Let's say this high and this high here. You can see we also did get a sweep, and keeping in mind we do have distribution all throughout these legs here. So this move up that we saw might in fact not be a reversal where we're going back to the upside, but it might just be reaching up into liquidity, a retrace before a further down leg. So what would that look like? Okay, the first thing I would look for if this is just a retrace would be a daily close below this level. So let's say we chop about here for the next couple of days, which I don't think this is likely, but it could happen. So I like to plan for all scenarios rather than just getting married to a bias. That's stupid, right? So if we do get a daily close below here, I'd be looking for a retest and some distribution here. So just like I would be looking for accumulation at these levels, I could look for distribution here as a confirmation that yes, this is just a retrace and we are going to head lower. So for now, leaning bullish. I pointed out the two levels that I'll be looking at for some possible accumulation. If we don't get that, if we do get the daily close below here, then looking to resume the short bias into this level here and this level here.